So what did I hear, Brian? And I asked you to investigate this. Hulk Hogan has equated Betty White and Sidney Poitier dying with getting vaccinated. That was obviously the first reason that everybody would think of for the death of Betty White and Sidney Poitier, is that they must have been vaccinated. Have you been able to because we mentioned this when I spoke to you on the phone briefly a day or two ago when it came out, and I said certainly I saw somebody screenshotted something on Twitter, but they marked out the person's name he was speaking to, and it was small, and I said certainly he's making some joke to somebody, a friend of his, or just some idle person on Twitter, because it's almost like that would be the joke that you would make if you, well, look, it's a perfect example of how the vaccine kills people. Look, that woman, there was nothing wrong with her. She was only 100 years old and she got vaccinated, and a year later she's dead. I could believe that he would say that making a joke, but we've had multiple people and multiple news outlets have reported this and climbed all over him like he was serious. Is there any way in the world that he was making a serious statement when he said these things?
I think even a Hulk Hogan detractor will tell you he was a genius in terms of psychology in the ring, a genius in terms of locker room manipulations, and a complete moron when it comes to everyday life. Remember, this man lost everything to Linda Hogan.
Oh.
But let me just say also for the record here, Betty White just recently passed away, 99 years old. Sidney Poitier, a man we could all admire, was, I believe, 94 years old.
90, I was going to say 92. Thank you I stand corrected.
Long, healthy lives. So someone on Facebook, it appears, said, well, many directions we can go with this, but I will take jab for 500, Alex. Now, obviously, this is referring to someone else, I'm guessing, who died. I should also bring up Alex Trebek is dead, even though she referenced Alex Trebek here. The verified account of Hulk Hogan responded with 100% Betty and Sidney were also jabbed. They're dropping like flies, but they'll never say it.
So he just chimed in on somebody else's conversation to drop these pearls of wisdom.
I understand they're bringing him to the Mayo Clinic next week to speak to some of the young doctors on his thoughts on how to treat pandemics.
Maybe do brain surgery. Maybe he could take the brain out, fiddle around with it for a little while, put it back in. It's what the fuck is? Look, obviously, just shut up now. Obviously, you know what I'm talking about. Obviously, Betty White would have been vaccinated as one of the most senior citizens in the world, would have been vaccinated as soon as the vaccine came out. And so, as a matter of fact, would Sidney Poitier. So, again, that was almost about a year ago now. So, yes, they didn't, he's not even saying, and there's no evidence because it didn't happen that they got vaccinated that day or the day before and suddenly died. It's that they got vaccinated, obviously, certainly, as soon as the vaccine was available for senior citizens. And, my God, a year later, they're both dropping over at the age of only 99 and 94, respectively. What the fuck is the matter with these people? Whether it's calling it the jab, like this to make it sound like a science fiction movie that aliens are probing your fucking. Actually, some of these people, if they could get the anal probe from the aliens, they'd probably be standing in line. But a scientific procedure to elongate your life from the Democrats, they don't want. Well, that's fine. We're not anxious to have more of you around to begin with. We offered it. If you don't want to take it, I'm not going to argue with you. But what the fuck is the matter with people? You can't even make a case that this is like the lawsuits over the drug companies not telling people shit for years and years about their product because they were trying to get away with something and make money. This is literally something that is designed to be administered to every human being on the planet. In a perfect world, then we might get rid of this fucking virus shit, and for free. So I don't think this is either going to be a cash cow, or I don't think any of the drug companies involved or the manufacturers or whatever want to kill their target audience, which is everybody in the world. This was a humanitarian crisis based on a public health emergency, not limited to any specific country, and we had to do something. So now we do something. You may still get COVID, but the vaccine will mitigate the severity. It'll keep you probably from being hospitalized and hopefully from being dead. It will make the symptoms milder, make it a little harder to spread, make it a little harder for the virus to replicate unchecked like it does in all the Republican areas. One of the many things running rampant and unchecked in Republican minds and systems. That's what it's supposed to be doing. But if everybody doesn't get it, then it just goes and hides in fucking cousin Cletus, who's drinking his own piss. So, and again, also, for the people who say, oh, but it's a way for the government to, yeah, we found out now you can, because we do it to our pets. You can put a chip in a living thing and track it, but not in a goddamn vaccine. And the people that are so concerned about the government keeping track of them with a tracking device in the vaccine are people that even their own immediate family couldn't give a shit where they are. Nobody wants to keep track of them because they're not important enough. This isn't Mission Impossible. So now we know Hogan is a basket case like the rest of these knuckleheads and a public health menace. Do you think he got vaccinated at all? It doesn't sound like that would be the case. He's a senior citizen. He's at all. No wonder he's immortal. They're saying he's had all kinds of health problems and we don't see him anymore because he's too stupid to get vaccinated. So he's fucking hiding in the goddamn basement of Hogan Manor.
I thought Linda had Hogan Manor.
That's right. What did the Casa Hogan or whatever they called it on the show?
Well, Richard Belzer, when he successfully sued after Hogan almost killed him on live TV, he bought a house in the south of France and he named it Chez Hogan. That's true. Ah,
well, I remembered something about Chez Hogan or Casa Hogan. I just did, as you would figure, Hogan didn't actually own it. But come on, again, with Betty White and Sidney Poitier, and they would be sitting there going, so this fucking goofball, balding, meat-headed wrestler that probably thinks, I'm sure he was a Donald Trump fan and probably thinks people ought to be drinking their own piss and taking horse dewormer. He accused us of dying from the vaccine. They would be turning over in their graves.
At any point in his life, can you imagine at any protest he attended or at any award show he was on the line for? Excuse me, Sidney, your thoughts on what Hulk Hogan had to say? I have other things to do. The scientist, Hulk Hogan. I thought his story in Hulk Hogan was my favorite new Hulk Hogan gimmick. But scientist Hulk Hogan may be my favorite.
Well, you know, he does have a pre-med background. But unfortunately, Metallica came calling right about the time that he was going to get that degree in brain surgery. And but Hulk, please, again, we don't need any more help with fostering misinformation amongst stupid, gullible people. But, folks, if you don't want to be like Hulk Hogan, if you want to be healthy, if you want to get your vaccine, get your booster shot, don't be eating the magic mushrooms, eat the magic spoon. That's what you need to eat because Magic Spoon is a healthy breakfast full of goodness and not psychotropic drugs that will make you imagine ridiculous scenarios that are not true. Right, Brian? No psychotropic drugs in the Magic Spoon.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Nothing. You will not see any unordinary colors or anything else. It'll just be a delicious and nutritious, wonderful way to start your day or nibble throughout the day.
Well, you'll see all kinds of exciting colors because they come in all kinds of exciting colors, pastel colors, fluorescent colors. There's the cocoa, the fruity, the frosted, the peanut butter, the blueberry, the cinnamon, the cookies and cream, the maple waffle. It's a veritable plethora. It's a plethora of tastes and colors and excitement, all healthy and good for you. It's only 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving. Only 140 calories a serving. It's keto-friendly. Friendly to everyone named Keto Kalen. It's gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free. It's not free of cost. You're going to have to pay for it, but not too much. And it's also low carb. The most important, the carbs are so low, you can barely see them. And folks, right now, you can go to magicspoon.com/Jim and grab a custom bundle. You can pick what you purchase, your favorite flavors, and start your new year off right and in a healthy fashion. Use the promo code JIM, J-I-M, at checkout and save $5 off your order. Magic Spoon is so confident in their product and that when you eat a bowl of this cereal, you will see all these amazing and fascinating colors, that it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. If you don't like it for any reason, they will refund your money, no questions asked. Actually, they will not ask you a thing. They'll give you your money and leave. But me, I'm a different story. I'm going to come right behind them and I'm going to interrogate you. I'm going to sit you down, shine a light in your face and say, what the fuck's the matter with you, son? Why don't you like this cereal? You're a rude prick for asking for your money back. That's what I would do, but they're not like me. Anyway, get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/Jim. Use the code JIM to save $5 off at checkout. Guilt-free cereal. You can commit any crime of any heinous nature. And you can do anything, you can stab your best friend in the back. You can cheat on your wife. You can kick a puppy. And then you can eat a bowl of this cereal and you will feel no guilt. It's guilt-free cereal. magicspoon.com/Jim. Feel the magic.
Not the Jim.